Good day, welcome to another episode of What Farm Talk. Today we are here at EEN Farms, and if today happens to be your first time on this channel, I would like to plead with you to like, subscribe, and also turn on your notification bell so each time we post a new video you are notified. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. So today we are actually going to delve into fish farming, to be precise, catfish farming. So stick along, let's get into it. Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Thank you. Can you please tell us about yourself, like your name and a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Ipti Holapechi.
Okay.
I'm a level 400 student of University of Education, Winneba.
Okay.
I'm a trained teacher, and I'm also into fish farming. I'm an aquaculturist professionally. Yes.
So, fish farming, precisely which kind of fishes do you farm?
Okay, we farm tilapia and catfish.
Okay. So you have tilapia and catfishes here.
Currently here, this place is the fingerling and nest for catfish.
Okay.
So at our other farms, we have the tilapia and the catfish, but this is the fingerling and nest for catfish.
Okay. So fish farming, can you please tell us how you got into it? What influenced your decision into that?
Okay, growing up, I am a science student. I'm still a science student, so I've always been in the sciences. So my partner decided for us to go into fish farming as a backyard something.
Okay.
So that's how we started. So we started as a backyard, then we decided to go extra. So we decided to expand, and we decided to bring fish farming closer to everyone. Eventually bring fish farming closer to everyone, because from our experience and from our knowledge, we felt, it's something everyone can actually do.
Okay.
With that backyard for yourself or for commercial purposes. So we decided to do that. Yes.
So that being said, how long have you been in the fish farming industry?
Well, putting everything together, we are in our 10th year. Yeah, we are in our 10th year. Yeah.
So can you please tell us the processes involved in starting a catfish farming?
Okay, in starting a catfish farming, first of all, you're looking at the pond types that you want to start with.
Okay.
That's the basic thing that you need to know, the pond type you want to start with. We have basically 3 types of ponds that you can start with, either a concrete pond, an earthen pond, and a plastic pond. What you see here are plastic ponds, including the tarpaulin down there. They are all plastic ponds. You can go for the concrete pond. It is built like what you see here. Yeah, so that's basically it. So you have to decide the one you want to do, and to be influenced by the land size you have. If you have a land space, then you can decide what you want to go in for, and also availability of water. Availability of water will also influence the kind that you can do. Yeah, because all the 3 types comes with their need or demand for water, the different demands for water. So your water source, your land space, then a good fingerling, then a good feed, then you are good to go.
Okay. So can you take us through the life cycle of catfish, like from the fingerling to whatever? I just don't know. So you take us through.
So basically the life cycle starts from the egg stage. So we call it the breeding stage.
Okay.
So we take the eggs from a matured female catfish. Then we take a milt, which is like the sperm sac from the male. Then we fertilize it. So from that stage, then we get our fries. So the first stage of life is the fry. So after the incubation period, you have the fries. Then the next stage is the fingerling stage. Then they move to post-fingerling. Then they move to juveniles. Then they move to jumbo. Then they keep going till they become matured fish that can be served on your table.
Wow. Interesting. So how long does it take for them to grow, like the lifespan and all that?
Okay, so typically it takes from 4 to 6 months. 4 to 6 months. So if you're looking at raising from a fingerling size, it should take you from 4 to 6 months for you to be able to have a matured fish for harvest.
So let's say somebody is interested in delving into fish farming. What are the necessary things? I know you spoke about some, but like somebody who has no idea of fish farming but loves fish farming and will want to delve into it, what are the things the person needs to consider in order to venture into it?
Okay, so the things you need to consider is, first and foremost, the pond type that you want to. It will influence the capital that you invest. For somebody that wants to go for this type of tank, we call it the IBC tank, the capital investment will be lower than somebody that wants to go in for a concrete pond, and it will be lower than somebody that wants to go in for an earthen pond. An earthen pond, we excavate the land and create a natural environment for the fishes. So you have to look at that. Then you look at your water source. Are you going to use pipe borne? Are you going to dig a well? Are you going to have a borehole? Do you have a river around? Do you have a stream around that you can tap from? So you look at those things. How is the nature of your land? Is your land suitable? If you are going in for an earthen pond, is it suitable? Is the pH okay? Can it sustain life of the fishes? Because we have a pH range that the fishes can survive in. So when you're looking at that, can they survive in it? Can they do well in it before you go ahead? Yes.
So roughly, what capital can one use in starting catfish business?
Okay, roughly, if you want to start, I'll use the IBC tank as an example. If you have 5,000 cedis, you can start 5,000 cedis, because I'll use Winneba as an example. Winneba here, the IBC tank is going for 1,200.
Okay.
So you take 1,200, and it can take a maximum of 100 fingerling from fingerling stage to table size. So you are looking at 100 fingerlings, and the fingerling is 1 cedi.
I see.
Yes. So that's 1,002. Then the fingerling, if you are taking 100 pieces, that's 100 cedis. Then you look at your feed. The feed, we have different brands in Ghana. So you choose a brand that you are comfortable with or that meets your budget and is equally good. Then you fix that in. Then you come to your water. So,
but before we go on, you talked about feed. So what do you feed them?
Okay, so we have a palletized extruded feed, manufactured feed for them.
Okay.
And we also have supplementary feeds. They eat other things apart from the palletized or extruded feed that are made for them. So that's what they feed on.
So do they eat basic things from our environment?
Well, when you say basic things, they can eat it. Catfishes, they can eat anything, but it's not everything that is good for them. They might eat it, but it will not reflect in their growth. So when you're looking at going commercial, then you stick to the hygienic, you stick to the protein abundant feeds that are produced for you. If it is supplementary feeds that you want to use, you use the azules, the dark wheat, and other forms of wheat that are available to boost their protein intake. Okay.
So let's say I want to give them something from my house. What can I give them?
Well, they can eat bread. Some people use bread as a substitute when their feed gets finished.
Okay.
Some people use bread as a substitute when their feed supply gets finished, just for a short period of time. Yes, so they can eat bread. They can eat chicken. Some people feed them with chicken intestines. So they use those things. Yeah.
Okay. So the environment, what environment is conducive for them? What environment can they thrive in?
So as I say, they thrive in a water pH from 6.5 to 8.5. So you're looking at environment that, if you're at your water source, you're looking at the environment that can provide you with that pH range. And also from time to time, the environmental factors kick in and the pH may change. You might have an adequate pH, but weather condition, climatic changes, it causes your water to change a bit. So you just have to know the maintenance culture and just bring your water back to balance.
Talking of maintenance culture, how do I determine the pH that is required for them?
Okay, so we have pH meters, just like how you check temperature at the clinic. So we have pH meters that you check your water. You just take a sample of your water, then you check it with your pH meter. We also have pH indicators, buffers that we use at the higher levels to check for the pH of your water.
So do they have challenges in the environment like that? That is to say, do diseases worry them, and what kind of diseases can affect them? And just take us through that process.
Yes, they do have challenges. They are living organisms. So from time to time, climatic change, as I stated, can change the water pH. So if that happens, they will have challenges, because if the pH falls below or above the stated or the required level, it is going to affect how they thrive in the water. So that happens, there could be infections in the water, and it could lead to mortalities if not well controlled or not well dealt with. Yes.
Okay. But are there specific diseases that you can say this particular disease affects them, and then if there is a way to prevent them also from happening?
Okay, so basically we have what we call the crackhead, we have what we call dropsy, we have jaundice. Yes, those are some diseases that can attack the catfishes, both in their early stages and in their mature stages. So most especially, or to try to deal with these diseases, most of the basic thing you do is water change. When you maintain a good water culture, you'll be able to prevent most of these diseases, and your feeding culture. So what you feed your fish with, so that's what comes in when we talk about not feeding your fishes with anything at all, because feeding them with anything at all brings them to a point where they can attract or they can be attacked by this disease. So you maintain your normal and adequate feeding culture, adequate protein, you maintain a good water management, feed management. So we have all this, how to feed them properly, how to change their water properly. Yes. So.
Okay, so talking about that, so let's say in a day, what activities do you put in place? Like say when you wake up in the morning, what are the things you put in place to make sure your catfish are healthy and all that?
Okay, so in a day, the first thing you do is monitoring. So you do monitoring to see if their regular patterns, swim patterns have changed, if they are swimming okay, if they are portraying the normal movement patterns. If they are, then we check for pH. Is our water okay today? Has there been a change? Has there been an atmospheric, something that has happened that has caused a change in the pH? If the pH is okay and we've equally changed water, then we go ahead to give them their first meal of the day. Then we continue from there.
Okay. So I see that they are in an open environment, but even that there are still trees around. Is there any reason for that? Is it that you can't leave them under the bare sun?
So it's not overly good to leave them under the bare sun. There should be a little bit of shade. They are nocturnal in nature. It means they thrive or they do well in darkness where there is limited light supply. So if you keep them always in the open where the sunlight is always in, their activities, their patterns, it slows down a bit. So a little bit of shade. Nowadays the sunshine we have there is so high and very, very harsh. So if you want to protect your fish, just a little bit of shade here and there, it's okay.
Okay. So is there already market?
Yes, there is ready market. Just the problem people have is that they don't mostly do a lot of education when they want to enter into fish farming. So they don't know their target market. That's the problem they have. They don't know their target market. So at the end of the day, they are not getting customers, and they start saying, oh, there's no market, and that you don't know your target market. You don't know who you want to sell to in the first place. So that's a problem you face. So you end up having a matured fish and you don't have a buyer because initially you never thought of your target market when you were raising the fish.
I see. So, but for you, you have people.
Yes, mostly I'm mostly into fingerling production.
Okay.
Fingerling, so I supply to farmers, startups. Even though I do grow out the bigger ones, but I'm mostly into fingerling production.
I see. So if somebody wants to buy bigger ones, they might not get it here.
They will get it. As I said, I do that too.
Oh, okay.
But mostly I'm into fingerling production. So what we do sometimes is that because we don't do a large amount of grow outs, so we fall on our clients that come to purchase fingerlings. If it is ready, then we have clients that we give you the clients. If we don't have the necessary or we don't have the capacity the client wants, we just redirect the clients to you.
So, Miss Gifty, can you please take us through the stages here? I mean, what stages are they in here?
So we have the fingerling stage,
Okay.
which is basically from 1.5 gram to 2 grams. That's what we classify as the fingerling stage. Then from 2.5 to 3 grams, we classify them as the post fingerling. Then from 3.5 to 4 grams, we classify them as the juveniles. So we classify them based on their weight.
Okay.
Based on their weight. Yes. So you can have the smallest one being a fingerling, followed by the next size, a post fingerling.
Okay.
Then the biggest size being a juvenile.
Oh,
Yes.
that's very nice. Yes. I see charcoal in the water. What does that do?
Okay, we mostly are into organic farming. It means that we try to use organic things to stabilize our water for treatment. This morning when we woke up, our pH was a little bit on the alkaline side, so we try to stabilize it to our normal range of 6.5 to 8.5.
And that is why the charcoal comes in.
Yes, that's why the charcoal comes in, to just absorb any element that is causing the pH to fluctuate to that side.
Okay. So what of the leaf? Do they feed the leaf?
Yeah, they feed on the leaf. We call that the bitter leaf. So we use that for treatment, and we use that as an antibiotic. It has antibiotic properties, so that's what we use for them. Yes.
I see one isn't that moving.
So when it happens like this, it means that it has died.
Oh,
yes.
sorry.
Yes. So pH, if pH fluctuates and it's not controlled, you can have a large mortality rate, or just one of them, one or two going out.
Okay.
Yes.
So are there stages by stages, or they are all
They are
the same?
all the same.
Oh, okay. So roughly they take like how many days to grow?
So it takes from 4 months for them to reach a matured size for harvesting.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you change the water?
Yeah, we change the water for this particular tank, this size of tank, and the quantity we have inside. We change water every 3 days.
Every 3 days.
Yes.
If
And
you
that
don't
is-
change, what
if
will
you
happen?
don't change, what will happen is that the water will get very polluted. When the water get very polluted, the dissolved oxygen reduces, the oxygen content in the water reduces, and the fishes will start to die. Yeah, their normal activities will reduce. They will not feed well, they will not move well, and they'll begin to die.
Oh, okay. So in doing that, you open the tap and
Yes,
then
we have outlets, so you just open it, and dirty water goes out. And we have inlets here, so fresh water comes back.
Okay, so what's the source of your water? Is it from a stream or?
No, we use the pipe-on water. So we use treated pipe-on water.
So which is advisable, the stream or the pipe?
Well, it's advisable if you have a stream, you use that. If you have a river, you use that. If you want to use Ghana water, that's the pipe water. It goes through a process, because Ghana water is treated with chlorine, and chlorine is a not for them at a certain stage. It's a not for them. So if you want to use it, it means that you are going to take out the chlorine. And thankfully, chlorine is a gas, chlorine gas. So if the water is able to sit for 3 days, it should be able to evaporate.
Oh, okay.
And bring the water to a normal state for it to use.
So that is how you treat the
Yeah,
coal.
that's how one way we treat it. Just
Okay.
let the water sit.
But are there any chemicals that can be
we
used?
have chemicals that are used to treat.
Do you
take
care
out.
to mention them?
Those ones are for the big it's great sense. So, yeah.
I see. Are you basically in Winneba, or you have other places that?
So we are currently situated in Winneba and Sojo.
Okay.
Winneba and Sojo, but we do deliveries nationwide, anywhere in the nation, and sometimes outside the country too.
Okay. I would like you to advise somebody who is fresh to fish farming and would like to venture into it. What should the person be attentive of? What should the person do?
Okay, so first of all, if you want to venture into fish farming, I would advise that you get knowledge. Knowledge is very, very important. Get some basic knowledge, at least your water management, your feed management, at least how to manage them. You know, because for somebody that is beginning, it means that you're going to buy the fingerlings. You're going to use money to buy the fingerlings. So if you don't have the knowledge, you buy 1,000 fingerlings and you don't know, you cannot tell if they are sick, you cannot tell if their movement shows that there's something wrong. It means you are basically going to lose all the 1,000 fishes. So knowledge is very important. Get the basic knowledge that is needed to start, and also get good sources of fingerlings. Choose the breed that you want. We have different breeds. Choose the breeds that you think you can work with, the greatest breeds. Then you are good to go.
Okay, so talking of the breeds, can you mention a few of them?
Okay, so we have clarias, we have hybrids, and we have the heterobronchus longiphilis. So these are the 3 breeds that we have. The hybrids is just a cross between a clarias and a heterobronchus. Yes, so we just cross the 2 to get characteristics of the 2 parents. So,
okay. So do you have a mixture of them in here, or you have a particular
we have
one?
All these ones are clarias.
Okay.
You know, clarias, they are good. They thrive well, but they are also a little less disease resistant. So we have hybrids are over there. You can see the color of their water is a bit darker than them, but they are not floating and having slow movement. They are so those in the darker ones are hybrids. The rest of the ponds are clarias.
Okay. So which is best for a starter, a beginner?
Well, it's all best. You can go for hybrids, you can go for clarias. Sometimes it all boils down to your management practices. You can take a hybrid, and if your management practices is not good, they will still die. You can go for clarias, your management practice is good, and they'll thrive very well. But just that the hybrids, they are more disease resistant because of
Do you train people into the catfish farming?
Yes, we train people in catfish farming, both online and physically.
Oh, okay.
We organize hatchery classes for those that want to start breeding themselves. If you want to produce fingerlings yourself, you're an old farmer, you don't know how to breed, we take you through the course to know how to breed and all that. Yes, so we do trainings.
Okay, so one wants to get into training. How does the person contact you, and what are the processes involved?
So once you get on our website, you have the training details where it will guide you through what you need to do to acquire a training session.
Okay. And how long will it take for one to complete the course?
For our online course, it takes 3 days.
3 days?
Yes, 3 days.
Wow.
To complete a basic training on catfish farming, what you need to know to survive and to make it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
3 days. I'm
3
impressed.
days, yes.
And then, so by 3 days, the person should be ready.
Yeah, by 3 days, we will teach you the pond types, their treatments. We teach you the breeds, the stages of catfish, your stocking density. We teach you how to market. Yes.
That's very necessary.
Yes. So in those 3 days, you learn a lot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's say I want to reach you. What social media handles or contacts can I reach you on, and then how to?
Okay, so we are on Facebook, EN Fish Farms. We are on TikTok, EN Fish Farms. Instagram, EN Fish Farms. Our website, www.enfishfarms.com. And you can reach us via mobile 0246 877 365 or 0554 243932.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you mention this location to people who want to get close?
So we are in Winneba, in the Central region. We are located in the Central region, Winneba, Zion City, Diasa Football Park, to be precise. You can locate us on the Google map. Yes,
okay.
we are on Google map.
But the EEN, is it? Can you tell us of the abbreviation? Is it something you want to talk about?
Okay, the EEN is the first initials of my kids. So, Inshra, Insentreni, and Enyonyam.
Oh, that's awesome. Really, really awesome. Well, it's been nice and very educative. I am sure that people watching will learn more from what we just discussed, because there were a lot of things you said which were very informative. So we are grateful for your time. And is there anything you want to say to our people out there?
Okay, so if you want to go into fish farming, you're welcome. It's a nice venture. It's an experience. It's therapeutic. So just get the needed knowledge, get a good fingerling, then you're good to go.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so thank you for watching. It's been an exciting and educative journey. Watch out for our next video on tilapia farming. If you find this information helpful, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe, like, and share our video. Also, don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that each time we post a new video, you'll be notified. Thank you for watching.